You don't attract what you want. You sustain what you are. Most people spend their lives chasing outcomes, praying for changes, repeating affirmations, hoping that something outside of them will finally shift. But nothing changes because they return every day to the same emotional state, the same identity, the same inner agreement with fear. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Why does your life feel stuck even when you are doing the work? Why do you desire abundance, clarity, peace, yet wake up inside the same emotional loop? Why do opportunities seem close but never quite land? It's because your nervous system is still loyal to the old version of you. Emotions are not reactions, they are rehearsals. When you repeat the same emotions every day, you repeat the same future. Anxiety rehearses lack. Resentment rehearses stagnation. Waiting rehearses powerlessness. Your body becomes the mind of the past, and no amount of visualization can override an identity that hasn't changed. This is where most people misunderstand manifestation. Abundance is not something you attract. Abundance is something you embody. Stoicism understood this centuries ago. Character above circumstances, inner order before outer change. The Stoics didn't wait for life to become easier. They became stronger, clearer, more aligned, and life responded. Not because the world is fair, but because reality mirrors coherence. If you are fragmented inside, life reflects fragmentation. If you are aligned, life reorganizes around you. Subscribe to this channel if you are serious about inner development and real transformation. Here is the hard truth no one tells you. You cannot outgrow the identity you secretly protect. If part of you still believes struggle is noble, you will recreate struggle. If part of you believes abundance must be earned through suffering, you will delay it. If part of you feels unworthy of ease, peace will always feel temporary. The subconscious does not respond to words, it responds to states of being. This is why recurring emotions create recurring lives. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your emotional baseline. And your emotional baseline is shaped by who you think you are. Most people say they want change, but they keep negotiating with fear. They say, I want abundance, but only if I don't risk rejection. I want freedom, but only if I stay safe. I want my truth, but only if it doesn't disrupt anything. And the universe responds with compromise. Prosperity requires alignment. Alignment requires honesty. And honesty requires letting the old identity die. That's why change feels threatening. Not because you're losing something valuable, but because you're losing something familiar. At this point, pause for a moment. Notice your posture. Notice your breath. Notice the emotional tone you're carrying right now. That tone is not random. It's the signal you broadcast to life. Subscribe to the channel if you want to refine that signal. Abundance becomes real when it stops being a desire and becomes a standard. Not something you hope for, something you tolerate nothing less than. This is embodiment. When abundance is embodied, you don't chase, you choose. You don't beg, you decide. You don't wait for permission, you move with clarity. This doesn't mean arrogance, it means coherence. Your thoughts, emotions, actions, and values stop contradicting each other, and contradiction is what drains energy. People wonder why they feel tired all the time. It's not physical exhaustion, it's internal conflict. Living against your truth is expensive. When you are aligned with who you truly are, effort decreases, not because you stop acting, but because resistance dissolves. This is the law behind rapid transformation. Not forcing reality, but removing friction. The moment you stop trying to become someone and start remembering who you are, things shift. Your body relaxes, your decisions sharpen, your boundaries solidify, and life responds differently to someone who is no longer fragmented. Subscribe if this perspective resonates with you. Let's talk about faith, but not the passive kind. Faith is not waiting. Faith is moving as if the outcome is inevitable. Faith is coherence in action. When you truly believe something, your behavior changes automatically. Your tone changes, your timing changes, your standards change. This is why spoken words matter only when they are backed by embodied belief. A single sentence spoken with conviction can rewire your nervous system, not because the words are magical, but because the state behind them is. This is how identity collapses and reforms. Transformation is not slow by nature. It is delayed by resistance. The moment resistance ends, momentum begins. You were never meant to struggle your way into abundance. You were meant to align with it. When you stop negotiating with fear, abundance no longer has obstacles, because fear was the obstacle. This is not wishful thinking. This is inner physics. Reality reorganizes around those who are internally consistent. So the real question is not, what do I want? The real question is, who am I willing to become? Because life will always match that answer. Subscribe to this channel if you are ready to embody your truth, refine your identity, and let your external world catch up. This is your reminder. You don't attract what you want, you sustain what you are. Most people underestimate how much their identity shapes time itself. When you live disconnected from your truth, everything feels delayed. Progress feels slow. Answers feel distant. Life feels like it's always almost there. But when you align, time compresses. Opportunities appear faster. Decisions become obvious. Synchronicities stop feeling like coincidences. This is not because the universe suddenly favors you. It's because your signal becomes clean. Noise disappears when you stop pretending. Many people confuse discipline with suppression. They try to dominate their emotions instead of understanding them. They try to control the mind without ever listening to the body. But your body remembers who you've been rehearsing. If you rehearse survival, the body stays alert. If you rehearse scarcity, the body stays tense. If you rehearse waiting, the body stays passive. And the body is always broadcasting instructions to reality. This is why real change requires embodiment, not motivation. Motivation fades, embodiment stabilizes. Stoicism never taught emotional numbness, it taught emotional mastery. To feel fully without being ruled by feeling. To act with clarity regardless of circumstance. Character above conditions. When your character is stable, circumstances lose power over you. And when circumstances lose power, freedom emerges. Subscribe to this channel if you're ready to build that inner stability. Here's something rarely discussed. Your standards are more powerful than your desires. You can desire abundance and still tolerate chaos. You can desire peace and still tolerate self-betrayal. You can desire growth and still tolerate distraction. Life responds to what you tolerate, not to what you say you want. Raising your standards is an identity decision. It's the moment you say, This version of me is no longer acceptable. Not with aggression, with clarity. That decision alone reorganizes behavior. You stop explaining yourself. You stop chasing validation. You stop abandoning your rhythm to meet expectations that were never yours. Alignment creates gravity. People, opportunities, and paths start moving towards you without force. This is what happens when abundance becomes an internal agreement, not an external goal. You don't ask life for permission. You move as someone who already belongs. And belonging is the deepest form of prosperity. If you feel resistance right now, that's a signal, not to stop, but to pay attention. Resistance shows where the old identity still holds power.